called for a press briefing today in relation to the cabinet reshuffle that has happened yesterday. So, as regard to what we have to say exactly, I think it's best if it's taken from the Mahila Congress. Our president is here. There's a few pointers that we'd like to view. She'll make the statement, and once she's made the statement, I think then we'll take the questions after that. Okay, thank you so much.
Good morning, everyone. So this is a press note from the Meghalaya Pradesh Mahila Congress. The Meghalaya Pradesh Congress Committee strongly criticizes the MDA government for its blatant disregard towards women's representation in governance. Despite having many competent women leaders within the ruling coalition, this government has failed to appoint even a single woman minister. This is not only an insult to the capable women of Meghalaya, but also a betrayal of the very foundation of our matrilineal society, where women have always been held in the highest respect. In a state where the female workforce participation is higher than that of men, the absence of women in the Council of Ministers is a glaring injustice and denial of rightful representation. Instead of empowering women, the NPP-BJP government has chosen to promote cartel politics, sidelining the voices of women and neglecting the ethics and traditions of our society. It is shameful that the ruling dispensation pays only lip service to women's empowerment, while in practice showing discrimination and disrespect towards them. By denying women their rightful place in decision-making, the MDA government has failed the people of Meghalaya and tarnished its proud legacy of gender respect. Thank you.
I have a query.
So, any query? Yes.
You have completed briefing?
No. So
yeah.
the press note is done.
Yeah, I have a query. Means she should have continued.
See, that will be the prerogative of the government. We have that's obviously up to them. But the only thing, the question that we have here, not a question, but the only statement we have here is basically that there should be some representation from the woman's perspective. We believe that the capabilities will be decided by the government itself, the power at large, who has to be there. But it's not just one lady who's capable, but given a society which is very matrilineal in its formation and so on and so forth, and especially in today's time, given the fact that there's so much injustice, there's so much crime that is against women, there's so much crime that is against children, and if we have to seek empowerment and we have to show that at least some sort of encouragement is being given to the women folks to ensure that at least there's still power that is left in them, we believe at least the cabinet itself should have some women. Who will have to be there, it's not for us to decide, but of course there are more capable people than Ambreen herself. There are definitely. There are 3 representatives right now, right, in the MDA government, right? Not necessarily that it's only Ambreen. So the others also are still capable, I believe. We believe so.
Yeah.
We're just saying that the representation should have been there. It's just not about women folks at large, to be honest with you. We believe that even minorities are also there. And I think the representation as of today, the way things are happening is that we believe that the invisible hand of the BJP is definitely working its way. Because it has become, like ma'am said just now, it has become more like a cartel politics. When we say cartel politics, meaning that they're forming a cartel. And they're forming a group of people who probably is there to plunder the state. And that's a rightly way of looking at it, because it becomes very family in nature. So you have a minister and his family members who are also into business and so on and so forth, So it's actually helping the wealth of the state to go into very few hands, and which will obviously bring about plunder in the rest of the state. So all the problems are happening in the state is because of such things with me. That the distribution of wealth is not happening to the poorest of the poor. The distribution of even education is not happening. There's no, the government is not ensuring that everything is trickling down to the public at large. So that's where the problem lies, and especially this reshuffle now is a blatant disregard for that, and we can see that the the should I say the pillars of power is being controlled by a very few and is becoming even more fewer than ever.
You mentioned about minority.
Yeah.
Don't you think that only one representative was there from Garovils? He should have been retained. Congress used to do like that.
Exactly. So whether he should have been retained or he should have not been retained, that's not ours to say. But we just believe that this cabinet is definitely not well spreaded, and we believe that this cabinet is definitely, should I say, it's merging into something which is very much into it's like a business cartel. Yeah. One family, we're saying that it's becoming a family politics. It's becoming a family cartel. Yeah, not necessarily only one family. I believe so that it is becoming more and more acute. It is becoming more and more towards emerging towards that sort of a setup, and it's not really representing the public at large.
So the intention is to do business rather than governance to the people.
It looks like, definitely, it looks like. The intention is to do business, the intention is to make merry while you're still in power. And that's more like the intention that we see. And it is very important, as ma'am was saying just now, that there should be some representation, especially from the women folks, especially from the minorities perspective. I think that's very critical in a state like ours. And women folks has to play a very important role, given the fact that, the kind of crimes and the kind of law and order situation that we have in the state, which is becoming, which is getting worse by the day. And without having any representation from the women folk, I think it's going to be very difficult for the state to even understand or how to tackle with such a problems. And we've seen it many times, especially in the past few months, that even children are being targeted right now. And I think only women can understand children much better. And I think by them being in the pillars of power would be very important. Yeah.
And sometimes would like to address their problems to a women minister, right? They would not feel comfortable addressing it to a male minister, so there also lies a problem when there is no women minister in the ministry.
Well,
Look forward for anybody joining us. We're just here to speak of what we believe that governance should be like. Okay, we believe that there are some ministers who have performed a good job. Okay, let's not deny that. So they have a rightful place. That depends on the government at large. Who's in power right now? Who they choose? Who they not choose? We'd not like to go that way at all, for instance, right now. But right now, we just believe that at least this particular cabinet that is being formed is a cabinet which looked as if it's very lopsided. It's a cabinet which is obviously has an invisible hands of many people, because we have this firm belief that the BJP is trying to divide the state into many categories, and we believe that by doing this, the BJP is actually having a hand in doing so, and will help divide the state in economic grounds, will help divide the state in many grounds, and the unity of the state is at stake. Yeah.